Hello, Bucs fans. Adam Slivon here. The NFL offseason continues to move along with the 2025 NFL Draft right around the corner. After attending the NFL annual meeting in West Palm Beach, Florida last week, there were bits and pieces of insight gathered into how the Bucs draft puzzle will look. Have the free agent signings altered the team's draft approach? Will they move down and acquire extra picks? And who are the best fits round by round? I break it all down in this week's top 10 takeaways, starting with number one. Yes, the 2025 NFL Draft is in the frozen tundra, Lambeau Field. Believe it or not, the Bucs will be on the clock in less than 3 weeks. Picking at number 19, how will they look to take the next step as a contender? One thing is for certain, they will need to add rookies who can produce immediately. Number two, NFL executives and media alike consider this draft class to be relatively weak, with the high-end talent and blue-chip prospects like years previously. You look at last year at number 19, the Rams got a guy named Jared Verse who proved to be quite the pick there. And you look at number 19 this year, there just isn't that level of talent throughout the first round. It can and will be found in each round, but there will be a lot of surprises after the first few picks. Number three, Tampa Bay needs plenty of defensive help, but they only have 6 draft picks to do so. One strategy to add more ammo to the stockpile is trading down. It paid off handsomely in 2022 as they moved down from 27 to 33 to acquire Logan Hall, traded up to get Luke Gedeke, and added Cade Otton with the extra pick. Number 4, there is risk in doing so, but it could be the best way to blend quality with quantity. Regardless of how high you are on Alabama's Jahad Campbell, that does not hide the fact he's recovering from a torn labrum and unlikely to be ready for rookie minicamp or OTAs. Drafting him is simply not the best way to use a first-round pick. And unless Todd Bowles is certain that he's going to be the next great inside linebacker, there just isn't a track record of success taking that position that early. Number 5. The Bucs free agent signings have lessened the urgency a little bit to draft based solely on need. Should they stick and pick, getting a top pass rusher remains the most logical move. In that case, Boston College's Donovan Ezeraku screams Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Some players just look and sound the part, and he's a Bulls guy through and through, even sharing the same home state. If he's gone, Georgia's Malachi Starks would be the next best first-round fit. He's already played with Tyke Smith, has a familiarity, and he's a plug-and-play DB with ball skills. Number 6. The Bucs should look to continue adding defensive depth on day 2. Cornerback makes the most sense, with East Carolina's Savon Ravel and Ole Miss's Trey Amos being players who could step into Jamel Dean's shoes sooner rather than later, perhaps even this season. Inside linebacker will also be in play, and you look at a guy like South Carolina's Demetrius Knight Jr. Yes, he's 25 years old, but he's a finished NFL-ready product, and he's a big-time thumper. Oh, and he runs 4.58, which isn't too bad. Number 7. My favorite offensive fit for this team is someone that's already on their radar, Iowa State wide receiver Jalen Knoll. Knoll is a great round 3 option, and he would complement Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Jalen McMillan, and he offers more potential than anyone currently behind them on the roster. Otherwise, UCLA outside linebacker Femi Oladejo, he has the athletic traits. He's a little bit raw, but he could be molded into a starter by outside linebackers coach Larry Foote if they were to miss out on the top pass rushers. Number 8. Double dipping at corner on day 3 is what Jason Licht likes. That's what he likes. Kansas corners Kobe Bryant and Melo Dotson, as well as Cal's Noel Williams, fit in that round 4 range. If they take one of them, they'd be getting that ball hog. In this case, it might be getting a Jayhawk too, that Bowles has been pounding the table for. If inside linebacker has not been addressed by this point, don't sound that alarm. Oklahoma State's Nicholas Martin leads a group of a few guys that would be great depth options behind Lavonte David, Servassier Dennis, and Anthony Walker in round 5. Number 9. Ideally, the draft class would look something like Donovan Ezeraku or Malachi Starks in round 1, cornerback Savon Ravel or Demetrius Knight in round 2, wide receiver Jalen Knoll or Femi Oladejo in round 3, cornerback Kobe Bryant, or an inside linebacker in round 4, inside linebacker Nicholas Martin, or adding another wide receiver or defensive tackle in round 5. And then in round 7, just taking a player to add some depth. and number 10. Both Jason Licht and Todd Bowles consider this current squad to be ascending, going defense heavy as the approach that would rebuild and bolster the unit. After drafting 3 offensive starters in Graham Barton, J-Mac, and Bucky last year, adding 3 more at outside linebacker, inside linebacker, and corner will get this team to the next level. So, that'll do it for my top 10 takeaways this week, but be sure to check out pewterreport.com for our latest Bucs-related news leading up to the NFL Draft. Also, you can find us on Pewter Report TV. That's our YouTube channel. And I just want to shout out all the great Pewter people out there watching, as we recently hit 18,000 subscribers. Shout out Rakim Jarrett. You can also find us on our social media on X, Instagram, and Facebook at Pewter Report to see my 10 takeaways and more of my analysis. You can also find me on X at Adam Lives On. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on how the Bucs should approach the 2025 NFL Draft. Leave your thoughts about how you would strategize each pick in the comments section below, and I'll see you next week for another Top 10 Takeaways.